The UN has condemned the Taliban for what its increasingly violent response to dissent, weeks after the group's rapid takeover of Afghanistan. Taliban fighters killed 4 people during recent protests, the UN said. Demonstrations have taken place across Afghanistan since the fall of Kabul on the 15th of August, demanding respect for women's rights and greater freedoms. Taliban fighters have used batons, whips, and live ammunition against protesters, the UN said in its report. We call on the Taliban to immediately cease the use of force towards, and the arbitrary detention of, those exercising their right to peaceful assembly and the journalists covering the protests, a spokeswoman for the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights said in a press statement. Taliban fighters swept across Afghanistan in August, capturing provincial centers and eventually the capital Kabul itself in less than 2 weeks. The US then led an airlift from the capital's international airport, evacuating more than 120,000 people before pulling out its own forces on the 31st of August. The Taliban takeover follows 2 decades of US military operations in Afghanistan, after American and Allied forces ousted the group from power in 2001 following the 9/11 attacks. The US will mark the 20th anniversary of those attacks on Saturday.